Hello and welcome to today's video, which is going to be pretty packed. It's called S&P 500. 5 to 40 is again being seen. This time, as I call it, kissed from below, which means basically after breaking a support, this turns into a resistance and it's being tested whether it is still acting as resistance. So let's dive into the clues and into what I expect from equities and the winning plays such as gold, silver, and Bitcoin going forward. We'll discuss currencies, US dollar, individual pairs, and as well DAX. So this is going to be pretty packed. So starting with the weekly perspective, such were the Friday closing prices and the picture. Review Saturday's extensive video, and thanks for the smashing reception and all your likes and subscriptions to this channel. This is the situation following clear breakdown of 5 to 40 S&P 500 futures. Don't be fooled by the long lower note. That's all I can say right now, but we'll dive into the details. The hourly perspective. We are seeing that level being retested, and thus far prices are slightly below that. Will it last, or will they surge above? That's the subject of another sectoral view, but for now, Nasdaq perspective as well the hourly chart, where we see continued underperformance. Are financials kicking in? Where is the stock market leadership? These are very valid questions, as we are again in the situation of VIX and other volatility metrics not having spiked yet. And the sectoral view is as risk-off as it can be. For all the Trump-Powell tensions, real estate is not surging. Consumer staples barely outperforming. This is not a good picture when it comes to consumer conviction or sectoral view. And this is the picture of yesterday's after the close. US dollar. This is holding the key to stock market stabilization. Are we seeing signs thereof, or are all the bad news, tariff negotiations, forget not how long it takes to conclude such a deal, and did we get any good vibes or news during the Easter weekend? Not really. This is shaping itself up to be more complicated than generally appreciated, and US dollar is reflecting that. It's not just a matter of what the tariff war and US-China tariff war is going to do. It's about Fed independence, lowering rates, and of course yesterday's Treasury auction didn't help much either. So what does market breadth of S&P 500 say as to the current situation? Are we going to see a short-lived respite followed by more downside? These are the thoughts that I'm sharing with clients. I mean thoughts including clear-cut answers, whether they trade from the swing trading perspective or intraday perspective. Of course, this influences the trading decisions made on both time frames, both trading styles, and needless to say, the short gains have been secured, and the currently undertaken decisions reflect the views that I'm outlining you in hazy outlines, hazy colors right now in this video. So we have not seen US dollar stabilization just yet. This 4-hour chart of euro to US dollar currency pair is reflecting that as well. There is clearly no shift in dollar's favor to speak of. Yen, it's appreciating, it is, more so than the euro currency pair. However, it would be premature to trot out your yen carry trade, fear unwind, Norin Chunkin, scaremongering, and so on and so on. But no trade deal with Japan, which is US ally, close US ally, is a sign to reckon with, because that would have been one of those easier trade deals to make. Just as what I had been commenting on Thursday and some more on Friday with Italian PM Meloni in the White House, that was as well a good opportunity to generate some good scores and return confidence to the US dollar, which hadn't yet happened because the focus had shifted to the pressures being made on our Swiss franc does not confirm the safe haven flight as seen through the yen currency pair. So this is saying that the US dollar will have some more time going rather sideways, waiting for a positive news. So are we going to see some kind of a positive news emerging? That remains to be seen, and I'm on the record for saying that right now, and I had said so already in last couple of days, that the headline risk is slightly skewed to the upside, and the only thing that the market can get disappointed by is not having any kind of good news to trot out to Spain, and conversely there is no shortage of bad news that could further erode the US dollar standing, and the wildly outrageous ones that are not on the table, but to give you an idea of what would be clearly undermining US dollar confidence, would be massive and truly massive tax refunds or universal basic income. This would further accelerate the rush into real assets, including Bitcoin, which was the essence, and now we are going into the winning place, as seen and as presented Saturday and yesterday. Just check out what I had been saying about, say, international stocks lately. Here, reviewing only DAX, what I had been saying on the weekend about Bitcoin ready to go higher, and it did already move that way, and gold still in a parabolic phase where it's best to protect those rising gains with a reasonably well placed trailing stop loss, and silver encouragingly is following through, and the central bank tensions is what I see playing into oil's strength lately, especially when it comes to the turn made yesterday, because there are clear signs about what lowering rates and playing games regarding Powell's term what that would do to international confidence and rising inflation fears. So much for the oil hedge being kind of put on while it is barely lagging, and the key beneficiaries will be elsewhere, and clients have been prepared for that for last good couple of days when it comes to Bitcoin turn, and for significantly longer when it comes to gold ascent. And I'm monitoring how miners are behaving and whether silver is catching up, and select other commodities and commodity ratios, which I discussed at length on the weekend. So make sure to review both latest videos. You know pretty well my joint page and the benefits of access to real-time quality analytics on the intraday and other premium Telegram channels, coupled with daily analytics right into your mailbox.